So after this call, I swear I have like someone emailed me 6 a.m. I can only do one thing at a time. Okay, girl. Okay. Hello and good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, so a couple days later. Let me just, I guess, catch you up on what I did yesterday. Yesterday, I tried to tackle this list of things that I have to do, and also this list. So yeah, I still have a lot of things to do. And then I got another request I need to analyze month over month sales performance for a specific product. So I need to get that out. They just want to see month over month. So that should be pretty easy to do. And they want it in an Excel file. So I'm going to do that. I just need to verify what information they need, because I need to verify what information, like all the information that they need in the file, in the Excel file, because sometimes you don't provide all the details that they need to see. Sometimes I do just like a summary and they're like, I need a little bit more details. So I'm going to do that this morning. I need to do it for 2 different work groups. Yesterday, so that was one of the requests that I received yesterday. I need to get out my morning reports for today. Yesterday, I worked with our communications team. They asked me to draft a communication about the reporting issues that we've been having. And with something like this, like, I know all the details and what's going on, but it's like technical jargon. Like, you don't want to say that and communicate that out to leaders. So I'm like, that's not my area of expertise, like, I don't know what to tell the people except it was wrong. We fixed it. Keep it moving. So I asked someone on my team to help me. I don't know if we got this right, but yeah, I just tried to, we identified an issue. We fixed it on such and such date. We backdated results to such and such date to fix it, to correct your prior results. So that's the gist of that communication that's going to go out. So hopefully the comms team, they'll review it and spruce it up a little bit to something that looks good or sounds good, and we'll go from there. And then I need to partner with someone on our finance team to get some reporting from them, because again, I don't have access to the finance tables. So I need them to pull some data for me. And I started messaging the guy in finance yesterday. And I was working till like 6 p.m. I get off at 3:30. So I was working a long time yesterday. So I am going to leave early either today or tomorrow. I'm checking out early. But I was messaging back and forth with him about what data I need. And he asked me a question about one of them. I'm like, well, this one metric that I need him to pull, it's not like we don't have 100% approval. Like, this is something that has to be confirmed by our VPs for an initiative for the month of December. And they're going back and forth between 3 different options that they want to go after. And the one that they're leaning towards is the one that I mentioned to him that we need to pull results for. So, but I told him it's not 100% confirmed yet. It was supposed to be confirmed yesterday afternoon. No one told me whether it was. So hopefully someone will get back to me today to say, yes, we're going to go with this metric so that I can get reporting in place. Because the one thing I hate is being last minute with things when you know so far in advance, like you can get your stuff together. So I want to be proactive about it, because it's the end of October. We're about to be in November. We're about to be in the holidays. People are going to be taking time out of the office. So I'm like, I don't want to wait last minute till like other people are out of the office and I can't get my work done. So I'm trying to get everything locked in and completed now, because even I'm going to be out like Thanksgiving week. I'm not working. Around Christmas, I'm taking the last, I think, 2 weeks or week and a half, whatever it is. I'm taking that off for the holidays, and I'll be back in the new year. Like, we all do this. We all take time off around the holidays. So let's just get the work done, because people are going to be in and out of the office over the next 2 months. So, and you don't know, like, one thing I don't like is that when teams are set up to where, and this is a position that I've been in several times. So I'm not saying it's not the norm. It's just something I don't like, is that where you have one person on a specific team and they're the only one that knows how to do a specific thing, or let's say that, like for me on one of my prior teams, I was the only one that did reporting and analytics for this one specific work group and or the specific team. So when I was out of the office, it's like no one else knows how to do what I do. So it's kind of like y'all just gonna have to wait till Nakya comes back. I don't like that. I think, we should be trained or know how to do what the other, to support them and have a backup. I want other people to know what I do, or how to do it, or how to gather the results. And I've been on teams where that's not the case, where we all know what each other does. Like I can pick up and work a request for someone else if need be, but it's not always like that. So just keep that in mind. But this is why I also try to automate as much work as possible. Like this is why you put stuff in dashboards and set them on a schedule so they auto refresh. This is why we use tools that allow our code to automatically run on a daily basis. So I can just say, hey, as my backup person, all you need to do is, like, if you get an email saying that this dashboard failed to refresh, or this job that's running my code, if it failed to run, you only have to check it then. Otherwise everything's already set. If people are new requests, they just going to be paused possibly until, I get back. But just, I guess, the nature of business in general, because I feel like this isn't limited to data analytics or data analysts or whatever the case may be. This is just business in general, how people operate. So yeah, but that's what I'm working on. So let me work on getting my morning reports out, and I will check back with you Okay, you guys, so I took a break and I was going through some of the comments on one of my recent videos, and I wanted to address it here in this video. Hopefully the person that left this comment will watch the video. But they were asking, okay, so Copilot is an AI tool that Microsoft has, and they're wanting to know, like, hey, it's going to be available in Excel soon. And is it still, do I think, I'm assuming they're asking for my opinion, but do I think it's important to still know how to do Excel functions and formulas, like advanced formulas, because this tool is being released? And I would say, first of all, you have to learn how to crawl before you walk. Yes, you need to know these formulas because, first of all, AI, as great as it can be, it's not 100% accurate. And you need to know what this tool is doing. Like, how would you know if it's wrong or right if you don't know how these Excel functions work yourself? If you don't know how to do it, how are you going to be able to tell if it's right or wrong? Or what if someone asks you, hey, I see you use this formula in Excel. Why does that work? Because I've been asked, okay, how does this calculation work? Like, why is this right? If someone's questioning results, you need to be able to explain to them why this is right or wrong. And there's nothing to say, like, nothing against the AI tools, but I believe you need to know how some of these formulas and functions work within Excel, so you can check it to see if it's right or wrong. Like, I remember, like, if y'all watch Emily D. Baker, I love her channel, but she did a I don't know if, I think it was on one of her live streams, where she talked about a case where a lawyer used ChatGPT in one of their briefs, and it cited like a case that did not even exist. So now you got to talk to the judge, and why you citing all this stuff, and oh, I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT was wrong, okay? So I don't want us to put all of our hopes and dreams into this AI tool and we lose sight of how to actually do the work ourselves, because how can you identify that this tool is right and you don't know how it works for yourself. So that's one point. And the second point is that for businesses, okay, so all of us are not going to be working for Google, Meta, Apple. All of us are not going to be working for these big companies as data analysts that have the money and budgets to support integrating these AI tools into the workplace for the employees to use. Okay, so every company is not going to be able to afford to do that, and if they are able to afford it, they may not be able to afford licensing it for every employee. Like, there, even today, there are certain aspects of Tableau that we all generally don't have access to. It's limited as to who has access to certain things. Okay, so they may not have the budget to have it for everyone. So you may still need to know how to do these Excel formulas and functions, because they're not going to pay for all these licenses to have it integrated into their systems and tools for every employee to use, because that can get expensive. So I don't want it to be like, oh, well, yeah, every company is just going to automatically have this AI tool, because that is not going to be the case. And this is not to say you won't get to work for Apple, Facebook, Meta, whoever the case may be that has the budget to support it. But just think, you may not work for one of those companies, and you may need to know how to use the tool. Okay, so that's my perspective. Yes, I still think you need to learn how to crawl before you walk. You need to be able to explain these things. You need to be able to catch errors, or if it's not giving you correct data. It's not to say it will, but in the event that it does, or even in the event that the AI tool crashes and something's not working and you still got work to do, you still got to get stuff done. So, like, the world doesn't stop because one tool stopped functioning. You got to find a workaround. So that's my little rant, y'all. Let me know in the comments if you agree or not. Do you think we should not just be learning any of this and just tell the AI tools to do it for us? Let me know what you think. Okay, y'all, I just cannot believe this week, or these past couple of weeks. I was pulling results for someone. Like I said, I had to pull some results. So I pulled up on a call with them, make sure I had all the things they needed, made some tweaks while we were on the call. And while I'm looking at the report, I discover another error. I'm just like, I can't win for losing. My God, what is going on? Is Mercury in retrograde? What is going on? Because I feel like I need to come back when all the stars are aligned and things are good, because this just cannot be happening. And I don't know what to do, because we're using this for a sales initiative. Like, I need someone to respond with some answers as to what's going on. I'm kind of over it. I really am, because I don't have the solution for this, because this recent issue that it's a hierarchy issue. So that's outside of me. Like, I can't just go in and change the hierarchy. So yeah, I don't know. But again, it's probably due to all of the changes that have been happening in the business. The hierarchy isn't right. It needs to be updated, but it's going to affect other things because of how how we believe it should be broken down. It's not broken down that way. So all I can do is email my director and ask them, like, how is this supposed to be in the new structure? Like, how should this appear, so we can work it back with the appropriate teams to get it updated? Because if it's like this for me, then for everyone, the results are going to be wrong, because the hierarchy is wrong. So people's results are not going to, not everyone, but just for certain groups, their results are not going to, I need to look in, let me see, how many groups is this affecting? Oh, and then I need to reach out. There are multiple people being affected. So yeah, this isn't good. Because the file I just sent to someone could be impacted by this as well. So yeah, another issue that needs to be fixed. Okay, so